Good day, everyone. Welcome to Bird Speaks Tarot. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. This is a general reading and is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, we got a few backwards cards in the deck somehow, but we will work our way through that. If they come out in reverse, they're probably meant to be in reverse. What's going on today, Bird? So I did a pre-shuffle, and on the top, I feel like these are actually significant. Looks like the Crypt Keeper. Deep regret. Underneath that is actually cursed. And bedroom. So it feels to me like somebody's in deep regret for doing something. They are now feeling cursed from whatever it is that they've done. If they were someone who had, someone who is pretty or handsome, they are not really looking that way anymore. They are starting to look like the Crypt Keeper. I feel like this is kind of... have them just confined to their bedroom. So whatever it is that is going on, they heavily regret whatever it is. They were not thinking when they took some sort of action or said something. I'm not sure what that is yet, but we do have number 3 or 30. So number 3, it seems like this is somebody close to you in your community. This could actually be anywhere from neighbors to cousins, aunts and uncles, rather than your immediate family. But it does look like it is somebody, like I'm feeling like it's somebody in the neighborhood. This could potentially be a neighbor that's seems to have, for whatever reason, they have had taken it upon themselves to do whatever it takes to either get rid of you or take you over, or of course they'll never admit to that. And number 3 again, well, it's actually card number 32, so it's 5, but there's a change here. With 5, it's a change. Something is, like, these guys are pretending not to see things, hear things, say things. But I'm feeling like this person being cursed is actually seeing things, hearing things, possibly saying things that are, I don't know if it doesn't sound like their own voice, or if it's their own language even. Because I'm feeling like this person is in deep regret because they know that they are cursed. They most likely were playing around in an area they should not have been playing with. Like if you meet a witch doctor at some point during your life, maybe you were their roommate for 6 months or something along those lines, and they taught you a little thing here and there, and you use that, or you're picking up things on the internet. Maybe this person was learning things on the internet about spell work and took none of the precautions, or really had any authority to be playing with such witchery. It's funny because that's the same. The Phoenix Rising. This has been coming out all week. They didn't think. Whatever action has put them in that position has put you in this position. So I feel like this person, whether it be, like I said, a family in your outer circle, cousins, aunts, things like that, or if it's literally like a neighbor or somebody in your community, it feels to me like they spent a lot of time, energy, effort, and money trying to... Well, what the Phoenix actually rises from is a pile of ash. So they've done everything in their possible power to make sure all areas of your life have been absolutely miserable. There's no gain, no growth. We're talking somebody who, like, this is actually really, really serious. This is somebody who would, I don't know, say watch your house and be like, sure, I'll feed your cats while you go on vacation, and then they install a camera in your washroom and put you on the dark web. So that's the kind of thing that they thought would bring you down. Like, if, like when you find out that you're on the dark web taking a crap or changing your girl stuff or something along those lines, they thought that they were going to put you to a point of no return, maybe even in the crazy house. But it looks like those actions that they took on you has really got them in some sort of predicament. There's always fine print. I don't think they read, or they didn't read, or they completely ignored, but something has gone completely awry, and they seem to be in the position that they wanted you in. Like, I don't mean that you've put a camera in their bathroom, but something has severely backfired. It's when I look at this card and see deep regret, I feel a very heavy heart, like a heart that is full of water that is sank so deep in the chest. They know what's happening to them is because of what they've done to you. They're suffering some sort of incurable disease. And I feel like at one point, because this card does say, beware of the happy toxins, I feel at one point they were really happy to see you in such a vulnerable, indecent position for the whole entire world to see. They thought it was the funniest thing. They showed everybody they know who wouldn't tell on them. They had groups of people laughing and watching you. They could have even been, selling this on the dark web and making money off of it. So their bank account's growing. They're not only profiting off this financially, but, I mean, they almost, in fact, got abs from the good time they were having at your despair. This was something that potentially could have had somebody harm themselves. They were so pleased by their efforts. They were so pleased by the efforts. Like, you could have even done something like call the cops and tell the cops, like, hey, this person is doing this, that, and the other thing. I mean, as soon as you start talking about the witchcraft that they were doing, like, this person has a voodoo doll of me, this person keeps sending packages to my home every time that a package comes, like one of my pets dies, like, it's something along those lines where if you were to actually explain what's been going on, because these people are playing with things they shouldn't be playing with, you look like the crazy person. They're like, oh, I think maybe you have anxiety. Maybe you should talk to a doctor. Maybe you should talk to a psychiatrist. Meanwhile, like, your pets are dying, all your appliances are breaking, your car is breaking down, like, you're getting sick, you're getting weird rashes, your house is now full of mold. Like, it's just nonstop. And if you've been living beside this person for like 6 years, this is 6 years of your life. Not everybody can just up and leave, up and move, right? There's some sort of harvest, and to me this isn't coming out just yet. It doesn't feel like this is a good harvest, like, on your end. It almost feels like the Reaper is coming to collect what they I don't know if they knew what they were selling or giving up by doing these things and sending all these energies or jinns your way. But it's something that they don't understand why it's coming back on them. And it's going back on them because they've broken some sort of cosmic law. You know, if they actually literally had a camera in your bathroom, like if you have children, they've got your children on the internet. And they did not care for a second. They didn't care that your child was at risk. They didn't care, like, if they showed local people, local creepy weirdos like themselves, that means these local creepy weirdos would see your children out playing and know exactly who they are and what they look like while they're getting into the bath or the shower. Like, it goes beyond any reasonable expectation of safety. And I think when they've, like, your kids could have even been getting sick. They could have been doing beauty spells on, like, your teenage daughter. They could have been doing beauty spells on you. They could have been, you know, if you thought this was a nice enough neighbor where you could hand them the keys to your house to feed your cats while you go away, this was the same person where you were maybe providing rides to the grocery store if they didn't have it, or they were always borrowing like home goods, being like, oh, I don't get paid till this day. Do you have any toilet paper? Do you have an onion? Do you have sugar? Like, you were always there and helping this person, giving them like the benefit, not judging them for, you know, not working or whatever it was. Whatever it was. Maybe they had a drinking problem. Maybe they had a drug problem. And you treated them like every other person. You didn't hold these things against them. You know, maybe it was stupid. Maybe you were just trying to be like, hey, neighbor, I got your back. Don't worry. Meanwhile, they're like, oh, yeah, perfect. This is a stupid person I can fucking put on the internet and ruin their whole entire lives. They didn't care about you in the deepest, darkest way possible. Take any example of that. Those are just a few, but I feel like the harvest is, this is somebody coming to collect that soul. I don't know if they wanted to be you, or they wanted to, you know, this saying kind of gets used a lot. It's like they wanted to wear your skin. And this could have even been like somebody who is, like if you're a masculine, they're a masculine. It's not like a scorned lover type situation. This is more like along the lines of, I'm going to probably date myself, but the movie Single White Female, where girlie finds a roommate and the roommate all of a sudden, like, comes home with the same haircut. And it was like, oh, that's really cute. And then next thing you know, they have the exact same clothes. And you're like, oh, that's, I guess, you know, it's flattery. Maybe they went out and bought the same perfume. Next thing you know, they literally have a job in the same building or in place that you work. And the very last thing is when they steal your boyfriend. This is the kind of shit that I'm talking about here. This is somebody who has been completely and totally obsessive with you. I'm not even sure if they want, I don't think it's like a sexual thing. I think they literally, maybe they wanted to destiny swap with you. If they're playing with things that they shouldn't be playing with, either by learning some smidge through somebody else or at the internet. I mean, the internet is what it is. You can learn how to do spells. You can pay for spell work on Etsy. If you do those things, like maybe they thought it would grant them power. Maybe like being you gave them some sort of fantasy. This dragon reminds me of Fantasyland. Like, it's not real. You know what I mean? Like maybe I feel like their whole personality is not real. Like, whoever you met when you met them was the personality they had stolen from the previous obsession. And now they focused on you. And at first you're kind of like, you know, maybe just like the girl in the movie, she's given this roommate the benefit of the doubt. She's given the roommate the benefit of the doubt. Like, I am probably looking into this too much, or... you know, I'm sure I'm overreacting. Like, nobody would do that. But that's because you always think people think like you. They don't. They don't think like you. Maybe a lot of people kind of do have a bottom baseline for karma and things like that, or the way you should act. But you know, you just can't predict somebody else's train of thought when you just don't, you don't think like that. You would never do that to somebody. You would never, you know, maybe like, sure, you look up to people, but you never try to be like them. Maybe if you were 12, you're like, oh, I want to dress like my favorite singer. That's different. Trying to completely annihilate somebody so you can take, essentially thinking that you can take their spot. Like, oh, well, if I get rid of her, then I'm going to be this. No, no, no. We have, this is my card for the Empress here. I'm realizing that I forgot to turn my light on. Sorry. I will fix that in a sec, but I'll just do it now. Oh, okay. It's not plugged in. Okay. There we go. That's better, guys. So the Highland cow stands for nourishment, nurturing. It also makes me think Taurus or an earth sign, but really this is my Empress card in the animal deck. The cow, nourishment, motherhood, and goddess, which, that's why. I mean, look, I love these cows. She looks like a goddess. I don't think this person has a nurturing bone in their body. That could be another thing. Maybe they wanted to, maybe your relationship with your children or child made them feel a certain way. You know, maybe their skills, mothering skills are not, or fathering skills are not quite like yours. I don't know what it is. Obviously, this person, whoever you're dealing with, I feel like it's a close neighbor, auntie, cousin, something along those lines. They're obsessed. They're obsessed, and I even want to say possessed. Like I said, whatever they're done, they're now confined to their bedroom, deep in regret, not looking the same. You know, this is like the Crypt Keeper, but honest to goodness, I feel like they look like they have, like, I feel like you could catch the demon face syndrome if you looked at this person. Like, it's almost like they would shapeshift. Like, their face would contort, or I don't know, but, you know, I also get the feeling that they're not working alone. What was it that this person wasn't thinking about? Oh, let's go to the tarot. They weren't thinking about their health. They didn't think this was going to affect them. Even if they were warned, if they were warned and they were like, yeah, not me. Maybe someone else, but not me. That wouldn't happen to me. What were they not thinking about? They weren't thinking about your ability to heal? Or they weren't thinking about being famous? They weren't thinking about the star. They weren't thinking about the star. Or they didn't know. They didn't know you were the star. And the King of Pentacles. They didn't think you could outshine them. The King of Pentacles reversed. They didn't think you were a healer. They didn't think you could heal others or yourself. They weren't thinking, they just wanted some sort of fame, some sort of celebrity. They were working with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Or all they could think about was fame. Tell me more about the Star and the King of Pentacles reverse. I feel like the King of Pentacles reverse told them that they could swap with you. That they could be the Star. That they could be the creative one. They could be the healer. They could be the one that everybody knows. If you need a tarot card reading, to go to them. If they need healing, to go to them. If they need... So this is in some way, shape, or form a competitor that you may not have even known you had. They could have coupled up with this person or been tempted in some way, shape, or form by the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles told them that they could be a star, and then what? They weren't thinking about what? The blowback? The misfire? They didn't think about this coming back on them. It's almost like, you know, when you're in a car and you spit in the wind and it comes back on your face. I feel like that's exactly what happened. And I feel like they were trying to, like, overthrow your emotions in some way. I know it's something that I would never apologize for, that's for sure. Tell me about this Phoenix. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands wanted to be this Phoenix rising. Or the Queen of Wands wanted to string up somebody by their bootstraps and have the whole town come out and laugh and point. What's the harvest? Yeah, look who's coming to collect. I am not surprised that came out right now. You made a deal. You made it. You have a binding contract here. You're bound to the deal that you made. And it looks like he's coming to collect his harvest. How does the devil plan on doing that? I feel like what movie is that where the shadow figures? Is that with Patrick Swayze? Oh my god. Lonely with the sound, wait for me, wait for me. Is that Demi Moore? Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore? Ghost. The movie Ghost. Where at the end you see all the shadows come up and grab the bad guy and like literally drag him back down. I feel like, see these shadow figures here? There's a hat man here waiting. There's a hat man here waiting. And this person in there, I feel like they've cursed their whole entire bloodline. Like it's the mom and the child here, left out in the cold. Nobody's coming to help. Nobody can help. Not with these guys lurking in the background. Look, there's a third one there that I don't think I've ever seen before, but they're all waiting for her to step out the bounds of the city, and then I feel like they're just gonna like grab her and Toto too. Because they tried to fuck with an empress and their kids. Not to mention, she didn't have to lift a finger for this guy to come and collect. The Empress doesn't do that. The Empress sits there, looks pretty, sits back, watches the show, and makes strategic moves. So it's funny because they sat there spending so much time, effort, and energy getting all involved in your life when all you did was ignore them. You're trying to go about your day, you're trying to get your car fixed, you're trying to get your appliances fixed, you're trying to just live your freaking life while they're causing all these issues. And you're just keep on moving, keep on moving, keep on moving. You're flipping cards, you're watching tarot, you're trying to stay positive. You know God got you, right? You know God got you. You know God got you, man. Because God's got the power to protect. And these people think that... It's funny because these guys believe in lower vibrations and that they can do all these spells work and nothing's going to happen. But yet they don't believe in the... in the Most High. It's so funny. They're like, oh yeah, the devil rules the world, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to side with him and that way I'm going to get all my dreams come true, this, that, and the other thing, forgetting that the devil's a liar. We're actually come here to learn lessons so we can grow and become better people and go back home and enjoy, the full grace of God on the other side. These people were just... all they thought about was losing this opportunity. Losing an opportunity to torture and profit off somebody else's pain. They love it. They love it. They love it. They actively seek out vulnerable people. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, it's like a wolf who sees like a baby deer in the woods. It's, they see that you're nice. They see that you're caring. They see that you're giving. And that is exactly what they want to steal from you. They want to make you like them. It's like they were doing this guy's dirty work, right? They were doing that guy's dirty work. They thought they could swap places with you. All they had to do was learn to heal themselves. Get out of their head. I don't know, nurture their children. You can't swap with other people, just do it. The truth is that they're stuck now. They're stuck with their thoughts. They're stuck with the lies. They're stuck with their reasoning. They're fairly clear about why they can't move forward, why they are the ones who are blindsided. They're blindsided by the light of Source, by the light within you, the power that you carry. Yes, little old you. Not her. Not her. She can't do this, and she can't do that, and she's not connected. We'll show her. We'll send in this guy. We'll send in this guy. And we'll have hidden cameras all over the place, and we'll put them on the internet, and then see how confident they are. Let's see how much they smile then. No, we're going to bring them down to our level. We're going to try to get them to have a sexually transmitted demon. Yeah, they're in regret now. They're in deep regret now. Tell me about the Empress. If the Empress comes out to clarify the Empress, I won't be... Like, how's the Empress doing? The Empress is the Phoenix rising. There's a King of Cups looking over this Empress. Getting them out of the way of towers. Putting them in the direction of their wish fulfillment. Tell me about the King of Cups. It's like they're coming in to save the day. It's like they're... Like, I almost feel like this King of Cups isn't actually in this dimension. I feel like the King of Cups, the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio masculine, maybe like... It's like you're a guardian angel. And they are fighting this battle for you. Literally, you don't have to lift a finger. Why does this person want you to live in your skin? Why does this... Because you have the Midas touch. You know how to make your dreams become reality. You know how to... you just know how to have success. That doesn't mean money. It's funny, because this person probably even has more money than you, but that's not what... I guess that's easy for them to get. When you don't have morals, it's easy to get money. But when you don't have morals, it's difficult to get things like a successful relationship. Whether that be with your significant other or your children. And they are experiencing the wheel not turning in their favor. They're getting the message now. But the message has come a little bit too late. I think this person even tried to take you out for money. I just saw this with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they're... I think they want to put you in some sort of state of anxiety, sleepless nights, something along those lines. Depressed, anxious. But that's how they're feeling now. That's how they're feeling now. They're not able to sleep. They're not able to relax. They're not able to heal. And this is what you have. Not only do you have a legacy that you can leave for generations, whether that be, you know, a spiritual warrior, or maybe you have the ability to create generational wealth. Maybe this person could even be stressed out that this King of Cups here actually did leave you some sort of financial gain. And I think that's exactly what they're worried about. The secret's out about them actually literally trying to put something in your drink. That might have sent you into hermit mode, and they haven't stopped spying and watching you since. They fucking hate you. They will never be successful. They have tried everything. They've tried to tempt you with lovers. They've tried to tempt you with food. They try to tempt you with drugs. And you defended everything every single time. You defended it with the help of your guides, guardians, and angels. You didn't defend yourself by ordering things on Etsy. You didn't get them back by going around town and trashing them to everybody. Nope, you just bided your time. 77. I feel like somebody's trying to defend themselves from what they actually took. Maybe this person actually was able to steal something from you temporarily. But boy, are they paying with that with their freaking life. They're going to have to give it back. They can't give it back, but they're going to have to give it back. I think you need to take action on this. Something is going to come out. something's gonna come out. Something's gonna be revealed. Like I said, I think this, you know, this could even be your grandmother and your grandfather. This is the Empress. This is the matriarch of the family. Your grandmother could have been a Taurus. And then she's up there with Grandpa. And they're up there fighting this battle with your war angels on your behalf. Thank you, Mystic99, the intuitive. She gave me the war angels terminology. I yoinked that because it's good terminology. And I love your videos, just saying. You've been struggling for a long, long time, but your grandma and grandpa want you to know you're almost there. It's coming in quick, it's coming in fast, it's coming in soon. Big changes. Big, big, big changes. So if you've been experiencing something along these lines, like you were left out in the cold, you were financially struggling, you were having to, you know, I don't know, do scrape pennies. I don't know how you made money to feed your little one, but, you know, you made it. You did. You made it. You're here. You're here. We're almost here. Look, she's got like 10 more steps, okay? You can clearly see it. You can't see it's not just the tip of it. It's not just this of it. She can see the whole thing. She's almost there. Just a few more feet to go. That's actually making me think it's only a few more days. Maybe a couple weeks max. Justice is right behind that. It was a long wait, but you made it. The wait's over. You could possibly even be in the position where you don't have to work anymore. And you don't have to worry about money. You might be able to just spend your time traveling the world once you get this all worked out. And run with it. Get as far away from these people as you possibly can. Don't look back. Grab your little bag. Take the bare necessities and peace the fuck out. You're almost there. Literally just weeks away, okay? I think when this goes down, you're going to know exactly that you're heavily, heavily protected by your angels in the sky. And if that happens to be my angels in the sky, I love you, Nan and Pop. Thanks for helping me through this craziness. I know exactly what I'm talking about on my end, and hopefully this has helped somebody that's happening to as well. But I love you guys. Peace.